absolutely popping off at numerous moments here, but this has been slowed down. The entirety of the arena holding bated breath, waiting for the first opening, waiting for the time to strike. Wine control for Mindfreak. Tucked himself in there at some point, didn't he?
And they just contact on, immediately punish.
Loses his nerve.
That's exactly what EG were looking for, this slow-paced approach, trying to punish people, pushing. The CGRS just goes for the info swing.
Okay. Meeting their match there, so 4 for 4. 4 versus 4, I should say.
They bait out the wall. A pivot, but I think PRX are going to be able to reinforce the B site.
How much more can EG really slow this one down? Haunt waited out, didn't tag onto anybody, no sound cues, but this has to really end B. No other options. Switch up and pivot if this one goes wrong. Towards the back of the site, all eyes on CGRS. Through the smoke, Forsaken's there, Dash is active and brought down anyway, shut down. And towards the back, they know that CGRS is there. Good util. It's clearing them out, near-sighted. Really needs to get a kill here. Maybe more! Why not? Absolutely fluid with it! He's on for the ace, and he's only gone and done it! A pistol round win, all off the back of this guy. A plucky upstart, a content creator, but a round winner nevertheless.
What a monstrous round from CGRS! Was he tapped into what Achilles was saying?
I have no idea.
I mean, Achilles is like, I want to see more from CGRS. Look at what he's done there.
Tapped into something illegal with plays like this. I mean,
what?
That is disgusting. We said he needs to be the difference maker, anchoring towards the back. The slight smile on Alex's face. He knows he's gotten away with murder.
I mean, that just tells it all, doesn't it? EG trying to control the chaos, and it comes from the most unexpected of origins. Where had that come from? That aim looked so snappy.
Big game player, apparently.
Demon 1 is going to try to get as many ult orbs as possible here. A Blade Storm in this round could be exactly what the Doctor ordered. But otherwise, I mean, the Fade ult's going to be online soon.
Not sure if it'll make too much of a difference.
Can CGRS keep something like that up?
Close to the corner, Jing. He might get caught with util out in his hands. I think he wants to use the wall around the minute mark. No, still opting for the guns. Fighting right to them. Hands it over to Boostio. Returns with fire. Not able to pick up the upgrade. Still waiting there. To dash to the side. Cuts it up with the dart. That is a beautiful little play in a microcosm. Exactly what EG are good at. Re-clearance now. PRX feeling like they have to, again, put a stop to Boostio, who's potentially lurking up onto this one, but with 35 seconds left, what direction are they going in?
30 seconds left.
Straight down into mid, straight into the sight line of Forsaken, but he doesn't do enough damage to them. It's all over the place, man. Scrappy at its core.
But Demon 1 and Boostio are so weak here. Surely they can't make anything of this.
They have to try and get through all of this util. Wait out the nade. Guns picked up, playing together here, but close, deep angle. CGRS brought down, but only gets the one, and now finally dealing with Boostio. Right at the beginning of the round, making it that much more dangerous, just by him on his lonesome.
That was close. And Demon 1 has built up the Blade Storm. If he wanted to go for an attack operator, which we've seen EG use in their games against Loud before, then this might be a round to generate that level of advantage with your economy. But it looks like they're just going to rifle. I feel like I'm going to be so interested to see if EG have prepped for this comp. It is something that PRX have been running recently. They only had one game playing the Harbor Arena. So if you looked at most of their VODs, it would be of this.
Low orb used early there. Top of the box, Forsaken. Wanted to take that angle, but just opts into breaking the turret instead.
Boostio, across the 4 maps being played, has taken 30 first duels, by the way.
Yeah, okay. What, playing mainly Killjoy?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I mean, the desk was touching on it, but it's just
16 and 14.
It's insane the value he's getting.
Here.
While in that role, stepping up to the task here, but...
What?
Okay, that's a bit of a misplay. What is it?
What?
Is this intended?
I've no idea.
Forsaken's like tucked close to the corner.
It looks like Forsaken's been trapped in a little prison.
Yep. The cryo chamber is the high-low. You expect there just to be one. There's not. There's 2 of them popping right out. There's a kill advantage.
What a play. And it allows Forsaken still to escape. What a gorgeous wall that Jing's cooked up there.
It's a pivot and a scramble here for EG. Gonna try and bring down Mindfreak. TP across, still across, and now a fight into mid on top of it. Smoke at their feet, spamming right through it. Caught in the seas, connection near-sighted. Nobody can see a bloody thing. Where is the salvage? Where is the answer back? Swinging through the smokes. There's no time at all. Only 11 seconds remaining. They've got to get themselves onto the site. The spike, special delivery, drop it down. No kill found. Here's the plan. Time alone. They have about a second to spare. Pushing through. Chorgamo holds. Denied in the end. Everyone's low. And Divide to clean up.
If that round doesn't have you on the edge of your seat watching map 5 of the lower bracket finals, I don't know what will. What on earth was that?
I'm leaning so hard on the desk, trying to make sense of that. I've almost broken it in half.
Gorgeous little play there from PRX. And then it all comes down to the final moments. Don't know how EG managed to scramble to sight that quickly. And Jing had an opportunity to shut it all down. But it was Divide to put the final nail in the coffin. EG are on an eco on their attack side. Remember, they're coming off a 13-5 victory over Loud, the best team of all time on Ascent.
You know, momentum should not be on the side of PRX right now. It really shouldn't, but they've just converted a bonus round.
And we're talking about that being one of EG's greatest strengths at the beginning of this tournament run. Snatched away.
Boostio. God damn, he's clean with it.
There's another one of those first duels. He's so aggressive.
Aim held down with a Sheriff enough to get the one. Alarm bot spots it. He knows Boostio's close to the corner. Forsaken desperate to clear him out, but you challenge him, and you might just get tested in unfortunate ways. Still, they bring him down. Updraft over the top, knives rattled away. Out of the hands, a pop flash play. It's covered from the side, and just like that, swings and bloody roundabouts. It's going to be another Thrifty, assuming they can get the spike down.
But only 15 health remaining on Mindfreak. He can't do anything about this.
Spike planted.
EG off the back of Boostio's incredible couple in mid. And then finding a Jing tucked in the corner where he can't possibly escape off the drone Bladestorm play. EG have found their first.
I love it.
What an answer back to a round that was anyone's to take.
Yeah. Breathing life back into this EG squad. I mean, there was nothing that would have hurt more, I think, than seeing a 4-0 deficit this early on.
And beyond just Boostio hitting a couple of nice shots, that's the A-side pressure finding a hole there as CGRS just walks through mid. I mean, he is really exposed in that position. And he is playing an anti-eco, so maybe he's not as worried as he possibly should be in some of the gun rounds. But Boostio punished him for it. And this is where, you know, the opening on the pistol, where CGRS just has all the confidence in the world. This is where you see the other side of that, I think. Him just getting caught out and Forsaken trying to come in to bail. We already know the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so good. We've heard it before.
I'm that guy. Blah, blah, blah. But he has been putting up the numbers.
Yeah, he's been walking the walk.
B-main presence shown early. Bit of a stack up here with a Prowler. Doubled up once more, looking, see if they can get the wall online potentially. They break the turret.
I'm looking
at course of EG.
I'm looking at CGRS's ult here. They want Jing to get an aggressive wall down, but if it gets broken, do they have some kind of counter-aggression using the Nightfall? EG have got to be careful in these kind of situations. You do not want your own Miracle Thrifty round to be thrown back in your face.
Weird circumstances with all this B-main control. I mean, the Haunt over the top, used for the dart.
Yeah, EG are very spread out without actually controlling too much of anything.
Yeah, they've lost mid-control on the defense side still for PRX, but the door's been closed. And so, it's Demon 1 that's pushed up in that advanced alert position. EG love to do this.
Yeah.
They do it often, but he's going to have to break the doors and have any sort of impact in here, and that requires a distraction from his team. That's what this is for now towards B-main. No command, ripping forwards. There needs to be a bailout here. Jing close to the corner. He's going to get cleared. He still gets the one as well. Shots are fired. Through. Better weaponry will win the day.
And CGRS there with just a small mistake. He was holding his Fade ultimate, tried to use it, and it got taken away from him. So they were really attempting to fight that B main incredibly heavily, and they just couldn't quite get the ultimate off in time. That's really taken the sting out of this round. And you're right, Brent, watch out for those Demon 1 lurks. He'll play entry with them sometimes, and hard lurk at other times on the attack side, even with an operator in his hand. It's one of the big changes that EG have made to their Ascent gameplay that caused them to be able to beat the best teams in the world.
Yeah. Mindfreak here, I mean, trying to get away with something. Possibly some kills as they're all collected into the corner. But EG, necessary rounds to make it a bit more even here. Starting on their attack side, it's the least favored side in theory. Why it would have been just absolutely awful for them to get that 0-4 beginning in terms of the rounds, winning that Thrifty, getting it moving into something else. Big ults online for PRX though.
Including the Nightfall, which they weren't able to use into the null command on the previous, and set up for a 3-player clash in A main. Now, PRX have been frequently pressuring the wings of the map, the extremities, and EG have been able to deal with it. Mindfreak got caught in this spot before, on the pistol round.
They've gone for wine aggression again. Jing is the one who's playing hyper-aggressive here, but surely the smallest piece of util will punish this. Warp tap, one-way renew. Jing's not there. It's not synced up at all. Mindfreak now is left to just hold his position. Paranoia attempting to reposition once more. Has the TP here. Com, does he want to go for it? He was thinking about it. Hunter's Fury in his back pocket.
He didn't realize how fat that ult would have been. 3 players grouped up from PRX, leaving the mid side of the map completely open. Only CGRS pressuring B. There's no one to punish CGRS though, and the deeper he gets, the more confident PRX can be. It's an A re-hit.
That's why they're playing so close. Lockdown. That worked though. PRX, you have to respect this one. Not much to break it. Hello, Mindfreak.
Oh,
he's behind them.
He could have a free kill there on Jorgamo, but he just didn't spot the timing.
This is not heard for. Forsaken from the heaven position. 2 kills claimed before going down to the nade, and still it's this double flank. This setup all the way around here. Com has to try and at least stop this one. Clears it with a slide off angle. Expects the second player. They don't know where Mindfreak is. Spike eventually planted. And Com seeks to reposition now, waiting it out. Here's the footsteps, a bit of a soundbait from him. Very intelligent plays all over the place.
Very nicely handled from EG. There was a ton of danger in that round, but it all starts with them picking apart an A main control. Play from PRX that just didn't really seem to make too much sense. I mean, they're tucking Mindfreak away into wine and just having Jing swing off for paranoia contact. It's so awkward. And as soon as Forsaken goes down here to the nades,
okay.
Com's got the other 2. He's waiting back here in order to use his Sova ult. And Com's so good for that, neutralizing the threat.
Yeah, not only watching the flank attempts, but he's got his ult as well, just in case they did play for a full retake on the site.
And this is the issue, playing against EG on Ascent. They're so dangerous on attack side. They'll come up with game plans to pick you to pieces.
Yeah, they got levels to it.
It really does look like they're very aware here. It's somewhat similar to their game plan on Pearl. They're going to pressure over towards A. They're waiting for some kind of take to happen. Trying to find the holes in what PRX are doing. Because PRX are not as thorough with the utility. Their strengths lie elsewhere. So EG are forcing them to lean more into EG's game. Slower tempo, much more about how the utility is being used. Still haven't found a way of being able to use this Nightfall. Tried to get value out of it quite a bit earlier.
Knocked down to the worst weaponry. This is EG making a go of it. They can grab a lead as well on their attack side. I mean, okay, sky's the limit. It was a poor beginning, but yeah.
Yeah, they've only played 1 best-of-5 before in this team's history, which they ended up losing. Where's Forsaken off to? It's like a delayed tile scrunch.
Yeah, really delayed, Demon 1. Plucks him out of the sky, boosting him from behind. Has to be the second level to it, but not to be so. 2 players fall. down towards tiles. I know CGRS is there, and this is a bit of a pivot and an attempt by EG, but they're just going to be taking up the space towards A anyway. Com will be that backstab.
Com's in danger.
He is in danger.
He's
Tucked
found
to
the timing.
corner. Yeah, he's able to get back to safety here. So the plant will go down again. Exactly the same points, Josh, that we were bringing up a little bit prior with Com playing that far back. He's got the Hunter's Fury to be that extra level to it.
Right, and he's looking for any flanks happening for the retake.
There's a kill though. Tavai stepping on the gas. Nightfall now scatters through. Jorgamo not caught. Sprayed. Transfer. Jorgamo. Oh my.
What a play. Tucked himself in the corner away from the Nightfall, cleans up 3 easy ones. PRX had no idea that he was there. Trusted that Nightfall, absolutely. And it was a half buy. But after Tavai opens up the round like this, or opens up the retake, I should say,
One enemy remaining.
everybody at PRX chomping at the bit to try and make this one a reality.
Yeah, those are the moments you dream of. Makes the most of that round, a slight gap in the util. And here's that round advantage, granted to EG. Operator online for Forsaken. Fast plays now. This is a tent, isn't it? All the way through, there's a haunt off of it. Wasn't dealt with, but Jin gets counter spam.
Excellent counter to that play from EG. We've seen some teams run similar versions of it, but that was a very quick reaction. They're just getting advantages by neutralizing what PRX are trying to do.
It's all just being a slow beginning for EG.
It's all about the counter punch.
Yeah, wait and see.
Or stopping the punch.
Hunter's Fury, offloaded. Let rip towards, into tree. Trying to clear a path and a way back into it. Shot misses, goes wide, Forsaken. Well, granted the kill, instead it's all going topsy-turvy. EG, massive player advantage.
And Com's constantly here, watching for anybody trying to backstab. Coming through Gelado, coming through mid, Com's got your number.
Already thinking ahead to try and take these weapons out of their hands.
Yeah.
Already. You can see how
EG
fast he was on the flank there.
EG are hyper confident here. They're calling the save so early. And looking to hunt, looking to punish.
Right. Oh, there's an angle. Damage done. Door's broken. Tuck towards lane. Forsaken just covering it. There's a shot landed. Okay, there's the punish. Do they still want to go for this? Still trying to take away these guns. It might be worth it. Plenty of money in the bank to try and make a play towards it. Spam down, Forsaken. Jump spot, round the side, round the corner. Yeah, eventually cornering him. That was the goal for them. Take the operator out of his hands. 2-round lead. Now built here for EG. Look at that. Beautiful. Where would a counter spam?
Yeah, such a good idea to start this out. And EG have got an avalanche of momentum. You can see it in the way that Alex is responding. This match is slipped right away from PRX. Defense side on ascent.
Usually where you're going to be favored, but well, Team in 1. Absolute shutdown and stopper put to any sort of statistics here because this is EG running away with their attack side. First kill.
And these first kills have so consistently been going the way of EG. Anything PRX tries to do to generate an advantage in the early round, even on maps that PRX was winning, it wasn't working. On average in this series, EG have been plus 4.5 in first kills to first deaths. 4 or 5 first kills more than your opponent. Credit to PRX that it's even this competitive here in map 5. To be able to battle back with that kind of adversity.
We mentioned it earlier, yeah. They are just statistical anomalies.
But at some point, the numbers are going to catch up with you, especially if you're having to battle through every slow round like this, with only 4 people to cover the whole map on defense.
Flash repeat, the play is cooked up in the midst of it.
Oh no.
CGRS!
Oh no.
Where's the pistol round play that we saw prior? Can't hit the shots. Jorgamo, he's in the back lines. TPs. Doesn't pay for it with his life. Doesn't actually know where these players are. Still through the box, paranoid up, wider face still, yet again, but damage was done prior.
And Divide just baiting, expecting everybody else on EG to be here.
The bait and switch, Divide containing Mind Freak. He might have put a stop to this. No, spammed through the wall. Time was running really damn short there, but they've got to hold back onto this one. Res online, looks like there might be an attempt to play for this one. PRX throwing everything into it. players are weak. You can understand why. No command now. Waves emanating, catching, no util to be used, but Demon 1 has immediately shut that one down. Heaven's watched for. Too many layers to it, too much safety in the numbers of EG, and confidence in their aim to hold the ground.
And the desk were talking about it, but this Demon has been unleashed from hell. 11-4. Taking over in the server. I mean, look at that! Oh, so confident. It's only a Marshal on the other side, and had it been an operator, Forsaken would have landed the kill.
That's ridiculous,
But
though.
these shots are just insane.
Didn't catch it initially, but as soon as I heard the dash and the kill feed light up, I was like, okay, well, this guy's on it. He's locked in.
And now op v op as we head into round 10. A little wall boost to post Forsaken up, looking towards mid, where Com's been playing. But Demon 1's going to start the round out slowly, watching B.
Already into it. Ethan earning his ult. And yeah, this wall boost has been a position and a play that's been done for quite some time, actually. I remember Scream pulling this off in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people used to run Sage on this map back in the day. But it's a bit of a weird composition now, certainly not meta. You know, no Killjoy on the defense side as well is definitely going to skew your expectations for which side is favored, but usually teams are still able to put up very respectable performances.
So Diligence is shown here with the util, clearing to be with the Paranoia. Forsaken. Onus is on him to see if he can hit some of these shots as well, and return with the fire, blind, spam. The shots, they're rattling, but no recipients, no targets to be found and collected. Instead it is to still on CGRS towards the back of the side, but all the smokes are watched.
EG with such exceptional diligence there. Demon 1 stuck in a position.
Demon 1, man!
Trying to frag his way out.
Still getting away with it. Only the one though before traded. Jump spot, damage done, rifle picked up and exchanged. 2v3, a chance to maybe win it.
But almost a frantic tone to the way that PRX is moving around
Spam
here.
onto the corner. It's a common position, and Bustio is dealt with. Here's the knives, here's the updrafts at work. Through into the corner. Jorgamo shuts it down before it gets away. Too much more to Vi. It's an impossible task, an impossible scenario. It's a 1v2. Nobody's giving him a clean fight. Nobody's giving him a fair fight. Running rings around him because they know time is of the essence, and he's got none of it, man. None of it at all.
EG are absolutely running away with this final map. I've seen PRX pull off some ridiculous stuff across this run, across their previous tournament runs as well. They're a very experienced team in BO5s, but this has gotta shake you. Oh. Demon 1 looks like he's absolutely on fire. The game plan is working perfectly. The slow play pace dismantling. All of the early picks going the way of EG. How do they respond? How could PRX get anything out of this?
2 chances left in the half. The money's not good. It's a half buy. They're having to buy and save for the final round. Here's the timing once more taken with the drone over the top, lighting him up. Forsaken, he has to use the dash to disengage. He's still locked into the corner. Bustio was waiting for the audio cues. He heard the cross.
Here.
It's going to take magic. Dig themselves out of this hole. Needs to be a massive moment. Shot through the wall. That landed. That connected. Straight to the head. Flash to set them up. Push him back in. It's dismantled in an instant.
And they hear the classic EG play again. Leave Demon 1 posted up in B main so they can entry from the opposite side to the initiators. The pinch comes through and Jing left reeling. Doesn't know where the hit's coming from.
Yeah. Head on a swivel.
It's fluid. It's
everything, man.
Absolutely fluid from EG. Brutalizing PRX here. And now you're seeing how this team was able to dismantle Loud in that 13-5 victory.
Take a look at that timeline. A string of rounds, 8 in a row for EG. Paving the way in red.
Looking like they are on a warpath towards their first grand finals ever and a rematch with Fnatic.
They won it. Vengeance is in the air, man.
Get out of my way.
Final round of the first half. No reason to change up too much more. EG have been doing a bit of a flash dart repeat on this one. Similar again, updraft play. No command's actually going to be forced out by PRX. Takes away the knives. Do they still want to fight for? They main control. They don't really have the util for it. There's a flash. Hot flash underhanded. Winning out that duel, but a paranoia meets them. They have to back away and respect it. Avoiding it. Aim's reset enough. It's a little bit strained. All over the top. Jing! No way. When does this smoke fade?
Here.
And meanwhile, players lurking their way into mid, out in the open. Hunter's Fury clearing it. Boostio, he was called out and he was dealt with there by Mind Freak. This is for the round here. Sometimes takes a bit of chaos has been sewed into it. A lot of individuality on show.
PRX looking good to be able to get the fourth. Where a pistol round, a bonus round, something like that might be able to save things. Jing with a repush.
Has to. There was a sound bait. Good awareness. Just with a jiggle. Good trade from Com. The drop down to 59 health. Has the dart. 25 seconds left. Setting his sight towards the A side. Damage. So much of it being done. Can't quite land enough shots as well to do the job and bring down the opposition. It's all waiting for him. No winning in that scenario. So, 4 rounds earned through sweat and tears for PRX. 4 rounds could be enough.
PRX will be hoping that it is. The belief in themselves, I'm sure, won't falter.
Send it down to Yinsu with a special guest as well, interview down on the floor.
Thank you very much, Sideshow and Brent. What a great half that was for EG, and I'm joined by Boostio's mom, one of the great EG supporters here in the arena. First of all, Kelly, you know, they managed to bring it back the map before as well, and they're doing great here. So how are you feeling?
Oh, I am so pumped. I'm so excited. It's Doll's birthday, so we're going to win this for him at least.
Oh, I think they're going to win it for all the fans that are supporting them as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And speaking of those fans, a lot of people, you know, doubted this team coming into this tournament. So what have you made of their journey and the fact they're able to get this far?
Never give up, never surrender is my son's motto. And I'm just so impressed and hyped and can't believe I'm here. This is amazing country. Everybody is so sweet. And I'm just living a dream.
I think he's living the dream as well, I'll bet. And speaking of Boostio, you know, how do you feel, how proud are you of the fact that he's not just winning, but he's leading his team to success?
It is amazing. It has been a roller coaster. So him doing this well and the team supporting him just means all the world to this mom.
Well, I mean, in terms of that, how much would it mean to you, and do you think what it would mean to him as well, to be able to win today and reach a grand finals here in Tokyo?
I would die.
Please don't, please don't.
No, I literally am amazed and so pumped, and everybody is rooting for all of us. Couldn't ask for more.
If you could say anything to him right now, you know, he's up there, what would you say?
Boostio, you know I love you. Keldon boy, you're rocking our names. I appreciate it. And I love you, boy.
They've got this, they've got this. Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining me. EG, oh, no problem at all. EG, they're on the precipice of making that grand final, Sideshow and Brent. I'm going to send it back to you guys and see if they can indeed close this out.
Set the stage for it. It's that 4-round lead. Love to see the support from the families as well. I mean, listen. You know, it's nervous energy, of course, but it's almost within their grasp. Just can't let it slip here and now.
And I'm sure the fans, the family, more nervous than even the players in this kind of situation, who've been building up to it their whole careers, looking for a moment like
Here's
this.
a switch up. Tempo increased to the max. Set lineups towards the back. That's a paranoia. Jorgamo couldn't see much. Gio, okay, Demon 1 from heaven. Ethan off to the side. To dart from the, okay. Miles away. The flood attempt from EG pays off almost instantly.
And Mind Freak left alone, as he has been in so many situations on this map, just in an unwinnable spot. Thoughts rushing through his head of how quickly this has all turned against him. The round, in some sense, being a microcosm of the map, because it's slipping away from PRX. It looked good to start there. A lot of pressure, but EG were ready to solve it. Flash recon combo, people spamming through all over in the blink of an eye.
A relatively standard setup here by EG. You know, you have Demon 1 close to the corner. taking his time with it. Ethan seeking as well to help out. You can see the pop flash there. I'm pretty sure Corm fires his dart as well from spawn when he knows that his pressure's coming in over towards A.
Yeah. And they completely dismantle that PRX push. Ethan with a groan. He's about the only player on EG that's used to situations like this. So if it's doing that to Ethan, what's it going to be doing to the rest of them?
Barreling forward, straight down Cat, taking a fight turn, but enough to reset. Demon 1. He's out for blood. He's hunting for more. 2 away. Ace on the cards, but denied.
Denied his chance at a clip. But it'll take a bit more than that for PRX to deny his chance at a grand final. They're closing in, tightening the net around Mindfreak and Devi.
Cutting noise, but a spike out in the open. Really no chance in this round. It would have to be
anything away.
Insane shots with a high-low setup, doubled up, another face round the side. That is going to be 10 rounds now for EG. On the precipice, on the brink.
For Demon 1, top of the scoreboard currently, 19-7. This is his first big event ever in VALORANT. He's played the playoffs in Americas, of course, but in terms of global competition, he didn't even come to lock in.
No.
Everybody else, basically, in franchising, got their opportunity to dip their toes in the waters early and feel out what a stage like this is like. Not Demon 1. Does it appear to have hurt him? Not at all. He's risen to the occasion.
Stepping up when his team needed it. Fast. Off to the side here. It's a cheeky wall over the top. Demon 1 was separated. Removed. A lot of util being expended and sent towards the back of the site. Com trying to anchor from that position. He's slowed down to a crawl. So, just like that, an immediate answer of PRX. Won't be as easy as a path as you might have intended, because that is flawless. All the weapons staying alive. Players healthy.
And that's a very common exec by PRX, one that they were running a lot of the time over in Pacific. The wall boost up, people flooding in, applying a ton of pressure onto the players hard anchoring the site. This an anti-bonus, so PRX had better weaponry, and Mindfreak making sure that there wasn't a push coming through mid. One of the most common counters to a team that runs a B-pop like that is going to be to push 2 players, maybe even 3, out through mid to flank B main. Here instead, this looks like some kind of recon spam setup over towards tiles.
Flash. Demon 1's pushed off again. Is this the exact same play, really?
Yep.
Ultimate. See the util being cycled now to try and get themselves into the site, but no one really pathing towards the back of it. Kill was found with Devi falling.
It feels like Forsaken was almost waiting for a flash to be able to push further.
He's in danger. Forsaken's really in danger here. Is there going to be the squeeze from behind? The answer is a little bit delayed here. Smoke at his feet. Demon 1 can't take a clean fight, but finally the dart lights him up.
The utility's so good from EG.
Cigarettes, okay, CJRS finding the 2, shocked up, bringing him down, and Jing has to get off his perch. Away from the wall, TP, it's a fake out! Jorgen Mo! He's teaching him a very harsh lesson.
You don't gotta do it to him like that.
Yeah, that's just nasty.
What's the reason he's pulled that one out?
Absolute fake out. From the depths of TikTok or something, I don't know, man, I don't know, but...
The Jorgamo play, seen it in Americas.
Yeah.
But look at this, how well they put the squeeze down onto Forsaken. And that,
And
fake like he could be going into the smoke or on top of the wall.
I did it! Yeah, you can barely believe it. I really did pull that off. Decider map.
And
Lower
listen,
bracket finals.
imagine what's going through the EG players' heads right now. They're 2 rounds away from making it to the grand finals.
Credit to the players immediately coming up with an answer as well to disrupt that B hit when it was coming through. Just lost a round to it this time. It's in a prior round, absorbing it. Here's a drone. Tom's going to be spotting out Forsaken. Down mid. Odin at play, Odin at work. Alarm bot, spam off the contact. Narrow angle for Demon 1. Takes it, pushed back. There's going to be flanks all over the place here, and Forsaken has found his timing. Disrespect showcased.
Wow.
Jiggle peeked. I think this is spotted.
Doesn't, oh.
Yeah, Jorgamo was actually just trying to set up a play! Oh my! They weren't aware of it. The paranoia just a little bit too deep.
What a moment of brilliance from Forsaken.
Boostio anchored towards the back, holding it. Judge in his hand. Do you dare claim him? Do you dare try to clear him out? It's a face together. It nets them the kill. And at this point, Ethan left to back away here. Unwinnable. Facing the wrong way. 4 for Forsaken.
Not allowed to save. Not at all. What a play by Forsaken, though. He finds the perfect timing through on a very similar play to one that you might expect to see from Demon 1 on the attack side, becoming the lurking jet. But the fact that he also swings and deletes Com. They need more of that from him. They are going to rely on Forsaken so heavily to get this deficit back under control. And it's still all fun and games for EG. They don't really believe the comeback's possible for PRX on the attack side. But this round, it's a gamble. They're all over towards B. It's the wrong side of the map, so PRX are going to get a very easy plant and post-plant here.
Now, they did spend all their util with this exec. That's the downside of playing so quickly at the beginning, is that, okay, when you realize there's nobody on the site, you kind of just use all those key pieces of util. Wall popped up against the door. It's going to be really difficult to chew through when you don't have the weapons for it.
Yeah, that kind of wall is just impenetrable, essentially.
PRX.
That's how you go.
Didn't realize they were already up on the line. It's Demon 1 to answer. Smoke prop down, Divide close to the corner. This is getting a bit dicey, a bit dangerous. There needs to be containment, and there it is. 2 players left standing now.
Flash recon.
Dart, yep. Great combo, blinded up, yet Forsaken, he is dealing with it well enough, lighting them up, disrespect being showcased. Everyone's hunting and trying to scramble for the final kill.
But despite the fact that that took a few rifles out of the hands of PRX, their economy is still looking in a good spot. Within 4 rounds now. And PRX's composition, it doesn't have that killjoy. It's still really effective on the attack and defense side. It's perhaps a bit more of a balanced composition, you could argue, than the meta comp that EG are running. But EG are on the favored side of this map, one where most teams are going to be able to rack up many rounds in a row. PRX would need to take the ults that they've earned and turn them into a snowball here.
It's all in again. Nightfall to the back, towards the back side of it, no one's suspecting it. Forsaken, who's right over the top. Not sure if it's a Nightfall or what. Com seeks to equalize, unleashing the Hunter's Fury, and does connect it onto Jing.
Who was on top of the wall again. So anticipating the play, they know what it looks like right now from PRX. They're just choosing to play full retake with no command.
Yeah, Ethan's got that one. Lets it loose. Pushing them back, no util to be used in this instance. Already just starting to flood the way back into the site. Has to be the big moment, Demon 1. This guy is just spectacular. It's 3 for him to buy. He's left towards main, but not for much longer. Full defuse, and EG, they could feel it. Tension's running high, but maybe they can start to breathe a sigh of relief. That is the 12th round earned for them.
Match point gained for Evil Geniuses in only their 2nd ever best of 5. They have 5 opportunities now to be able to head to a Grand Finals rematch. And the anime arc will continue. Them a 2nd shot at taking down the Titan. The big dogs. The big bad at the end. And the belief must be absolutely flowing in the camp currently. EG can feel it. It's within touching distance. The biggest moment of their careers.
Will there be the nuance from PRX? They've been all in at the beginning of almost every single one of these rounds. No strangers to it now. You can see pushing into mids, close to the corner, sprayed down, but traded. Player advantage this time to PRX. It was a different turn of events. And Ethan bait the reswing.
Ethan alone. It looks like an A-split where he's going to be under incredible pressure here.
It's Ethan to try and finalize. Shut this down before it gets going. Prowler, flash over the top. That's caught onto a multitude of players. Nade, barreling forwards. Heaven control is dealt with. Com's still there, pushing the issue and forcing the fights towards him. Can't stand up to it, but the spike is going to be denied. Boostio has brought it into a 1v2. Rez is available. Jing wants to use it. They don't want this round to escape them.
Boostio's going for the big wraparound play here. Has he found the timing early enough? I mean, for some reason, PRX seemed to think he could be back up at Heaven here.
Yeah.
I think the wall would have blocked that from happening.
It is being watched though, just an angle, but now he knows exactly where he is. Mindfreak holding the cross, Shorty in his hand. Extension of play in the series, we keep going.
4 opportunities. These are gonna tick down, and EG, their economy is not in a great spot. Probably the best decision here would be for EG to take an eco round. But then the score, you're thinking 12-9. And suddenly, all of the laughing on the EG side of the camp, the carefree attitude, you might see some doubts start to creep in.
Might start to fade away.
PRX have got to keep it absolutely clean, literal perfection from them, round after round being put up on the board. But as they get closer, the mental pressure on EG is going to increase.
For a team like PRX, they've defied all expectations to even get here in the first place. I mean, you're substituting one of your best players, who you've essentially defined all of your strategies, your compositions around, sometimes pulling out his Reign at play. Subbing in CJRS with 10 days practice at the beginning before this event even kicked off. I don't think even themselves, listen, I think it's fair to say, I don't think they were even expecting to be able to go on the run in the fashion that they have so far.
I think you could say that about both teams.
Yeah.
Something that EG kept repeating in press conferences was, we have no expectations. And when you have no expectations, but you continue to perform excellently, you get runs like this from both of these teams. Defying the odds and clashing here in the lower bracket final. Next player on EG.
The lone rifle for his team that's otherwise on the half pipe. For PRX looking, just grab another one. This is rare for them, isn't it? Slow down once more. No big all-ins on either side of the extremities, just exploring towards mid, keeping control of A main.
Trying to feel out some kind of tactic from EG. Remember, this team is known for their trap plays. Making something happen like that would be a great way to push it over the line.
Here's a close play. It's Boostio to take the contact. Ethan holding a flash. He's going to be swinging off of it. Boostio sees it. Lands it. Pop flash in his face. Jumping right clicks. This is getting dangerous. More than dangerous. A little bit prior, it was Demon One who also ripped off the head of one of the players. PRX now. It's a scramble. 40 seconds remaining.
How many times do we see it where a comeback like this gets halted by a Thrifty? While teams just freeze up. Forsaken could be the difference maker here.
Still
trying
walking.
to lead his team in.
Nice hold of it. Slow to try and cross in. 4 positions gained. TP into the back of the site, showing up those defenses. They handed the rifle over to Ethan. He does not get the kill, but blinded up. Jorgamo is in the action. He's in the fight, and players are loaded. He might just be able to do it. Jumping spot is shut down. Tavai, surely he's finished. It's a 1v1 to save them in the series. The spike needs to be planted, and Com knows it. He's slowed it all the way down. He's playing it safe. The shock darts at play. There needs to be the plan. There needs to be the fight force down. Com's done it. Paving the way on a Thrifty. EG are destined to get that rematch.
They win in the final round in the most unlikely fashion of a Thrifty play, where Com has a classic in hand to finish it off. And if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about EG's run throughout this, finding the wins in the most unlikely fashion, and yet looking excellent all throughout their run in Masters Tokyo. What a run. What a team to have vying for the trophy. And PRX also would have been very worthy competitors, getting it all the way there to the 5th map in the lower bracket final.